Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. My God, I sound sweet. Good morning, YouTubers. Welcome back to the 9 days since I posted my last video. For good reason that I'm going to tell you what it was. But today's video is going to be something a little bit different. You've probably noticed that I've got some earphones around my neck here. If you haven't, there's probably something wrong with your eyes, either that or you're sitting back in bed listening to my voice. That's alright, I understand. What I'm going to be talking about today is 20 things that you are going to need to do either before you come to the Philippines or on your way to the Philippines. Let's get started. What's a video without some equipment failure? Alright, the first one, let's start off with passports. If you don't already know, and if you didn't already know and you're planning on coming overseas and you needed to have at least 6 months on your passport, you're definitely retarded and you have not done enough research. When I say if I were you, I hope I'm not you. If I were you, what I would do, what I did was, in my case, I can get a brand new one that lasts for 10 years. So that's what I did. I applied for a brand new passport. I think my old one only had something like nefarious. Moving right along to number 2. The rules. Visa rules are simple. They're very, very simple. Basically, when you arrive, you are going to have a visa on arrival anyway. If I'm out of the country and I'm going back in, I like to print out every single piece of information I can and carry it around in a folder, just on the, on the off chance I get. Another thing is you're going to watch a lot of videos that tell you, oh yeah, as soon as you go to the airport, go down to the Bureau of Immigration and they'll give you an extension on the spot. I think that's bad advice. And I'm an expert, I'm never wrong. The last thing that you're going to want to do, especially if you're coming from the States, and let's face it, I'd say, 90% of people that I meet have come from the States. The last thing that you want to do, especially if you're a cheap Charlie like myself and you like to get cheap airfares and you get on, 30 to 36 hour flights and you've arrived in Manila, all these people are bothering you, they're trying to get every cent off of you they possibly can, trying to convince you that whatever is the going rate for this and the going rate for that, and all you want to do is sleep. You've had enough. You want to shower, you want to lie down. My advice, pre-book a place to stay. Who cares if it's expensive? At least you know you're not going to get scammed. Get to a nice hotel, stay there overnight, stay there for 2 nights, have a walk around Makati, enjoy yourself, check out the club, go to, the filling station where every other person goes to when they get into Manila, and plan your trip out of there. If you're not flying into Manila, you might be flying directly into Cebu. Plan your trip from there, spend 2 or 3 days, unwind, recharge. That's my advice anyway, and coming from me, you should listen. Oh yeah, back on that subject of people telling you that you should go into immigration and get your first extension straight away. Bullshit. Go and find where you're going to stay. There's places where you can renew your visa on every freaking corner of every part of every city. Even if you're out in the provinces, always a place not even further than 30 or 40 minutes away. Don't worry about it. Go and settle down. You've got another 3 weeks to hang out, relax, scope the place out, get used to the weather, don't get used to the food. Don't eat the damn food. It sucks. Don't listen to other people's advice unless it's me. Nobody else knows what they're talking about. Oh, and that's another thing. Unless you are a complete idiot, you will make sure that you keep your receipts. Do exactly what you do back home. You have somewhere where you put your tax receipts. As soon as you find a full-time place to stay, I would even advise you go out and buy a nice printer so that you can print anything out, because Philippines being the Philippines, things happen. You might lose your phone or your laptop. Do not rely on digital identification. Get everything on paper. Everything runs on paper in the Philippines. They're like 50, 60 years behind. And plus, the next time you go to extend, they're going to ask for that piece of paper, even though it should be on the computer like any other developed nation in the world. bring a piece of paper with you, or you'll find yourself waiting an extra 5 or 6 hours and wanting to send everybody to Jesus, so to speak. Number three is something that I should have prepared for. I should have been able to have a link down below, and I should be collecting that 4:30 a.m. affiliate links, mainly for the reason that I know absolutely everybody watches this channel. It's very popular. Quite surprised. Actually, I know I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, but ever since I split up my channel from, instead of having one giant channel, which included, things like dogs, bikes, mechanics, travel, all mixed into one. I mean, who'd have thought that if I kept everything in a search engine optimization in one channel, that my subscribers would actually double and triple by putting out videos about the same thing? Who'd have thought? On the same genre. Anyway, back to what I was talking about, that sweet affiliate cash. Now, if you go onto Google and you look up www.onwardticket.com, I think the price is still around about the same. It's about $19 US. It's very, very easy to use. I think it's 2 to 3 days before you leave, or 72 hours or something like that. You will send off to them, when your return date is. Let's just say you're pretending to return in 3 weeks. They'll send you a pre-booked flight. So now I've used this service, a lot of people will actually tell you that it's fraudulent, it's a scam, it's bullshit. It's not bullshit. I've used it the last 4 times that I've been back. I've used it and it works fine. It's a legitimate itinerary and it proves that you're going back again. So $19, it's a hell of a lot better than $100 to $1,000. Don't be stupid. Go to onwardticket.com. There's some free advertising. Alright, number 4, travel insurance. Travel insurance. The one time that I didn't take out travel insurance, at the time there was very heavy smog. People were doing road construction, they were burning shit. It was like living in my old neighbourhood in the Philippines all over again. I had pleural pneumonia, getting shot up with morphine, and 50% of the time I was enjoying being in hospital, to be perfectly honest. $12,000 later, I don't remember a great deal after that. Suffice to say, I was in a lot of pain. Anyway, enough waffle. Let's get back to 20 things that you need to do. Now, having said that, giving those wise words of wisdom, you can't be on travel insurance all the time. If you plan on staying here, you can't just live on travel insurance. You have to, I think I touched on this subject once before in a video. I self-insure. I've got like a guaranteed 20 sitting there at all times that I can draw on. Do not count on being out somewhere and doing something and falling over and hurting yourself, going to hospital and thinking that you're going to be able to access cash to pay your bills. Absolutely not. It's not going to happen. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt bad, and you're going to be out of pocket. So make sure you can pay for it. All right, number 5. People are going to tell you that everybody speaks English here. That is the biggest pile of shit you are going to hear repeated ad nauseum. Not everybody speaks English there. A lot of people there, and I'm talking about a great percentage of people, don't want to speak English. They are Filipino, they live in the Philippines. They don't care about speaking English if they're self-sufficient, if they speak Tagalog or Bisaya or whatever dialect they speak, and they don't need to speak English. Why should they learn to speak English? I live in Unglee City, and a great proportion of the people in there, even in the very centre of the city, do not speak English or speak it very poorly. And why should they? Even the young people in, say, a condominium complex that work behind front reception desks and that kind of thing, a lot of them hardly speak English. They do a lot of nodding heads and they're very good at pretending, but they don't speak English very well. Yeah, so it's just not true. Don't believe this, oh yeah, Philippines is such a great place because there's no language barrier. Bullshit. I mean, everybody understands long time, short time. That's a subject for another video. Moving right along. Oh yeah, people are going to tell you to learn a little bit of the language. Now that's fine. I prefer to put it this way, I prefer to understand a bit of the language. I'd like to understand what people are saying around me. Quite often you will act like some kind of idiot and try and speak the language, and the people will say straight back to you, they'll answer in English. And basically what they're saying is, don't be a dickhead, just speak English. Anyhow, your main services. Like, you might think you're smart learning how to say, here's the money to get on the jeepney and the change and stop, and how much for this and how much for that, and blah blah blah. Don't worry about it, alright? Learn how to speak. Actually, and one very, very important thing, absolutely cringeworthy, stop talking to people like they're fucking stupid. Don't talk very slowly and simplify your English. Don't do that. It's really offensive. They either understand you or they don't. Talking to them like you're some kind of fucking clown is not going to help either way. Quite often they'll get offended. They're no different to you or I. Alright, number 6. This is one you'll hear YouTubers talking about all the time. It's being late as hell, not turning up when they should turn up, not doing what they say they're going to do, shortchanging you. They'll call it Filipino time or island time or whatever. What it translates to is it's freaking hot outside, or I just can't be fucked getting out of bed and being on time. Simple as that. I won't go into it in depth. Or if you're in the supermarket or in the shop and things are just taking forever, you're reminding yourself, relax, it's okay. It's the way things are here. It's the way the culture is. No, bullshit. They get paid shit wages, so you get shit employees. It's as simple as that. I don't blame me. Who the hell would want to work for $5 or $6 a day? Fuck me. Now, I was watching a YouTuber the other day. This is number 7. And what this particular YouTuber said was, dress nicely. He said they appreciate modesty. Things along those lines. What a pile of shit. You out around the neighbourhoods, you go anywhere. People walk around with their t-shirts folded up over their bellies. They walk around in, I don't care what people wear. That's their choice. It's their country. I couldn't care less. But whether or not you're dressed all neat and tidy makes no difference at all. There's no thing where, they've got some conservative society, so you need to dress all neatly or whatever. The only time I would make sure that I dressed neatly is when I went into the Bureau of Immigration. And of course, unless you're a pig, you dress nicely on the airlines. But yeah, dress up for immigration, be confident, be polite, flatter the person that's behind the counter. Of course, I don't need to flatter anybody. I'm so handsome. Get a bit of equipment failure there. Hey, we're back online. Yeah, so don't listen to that bullshit. It's not a conservative country. Fuck off. And in most places, nobody gives a shit what you're wearing. I like to look nice and tidy. Anyway, number 8, we're going to talk about money or paying for things. Now, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Yes, you want to carry cash. Be careful how much cash you carry. Or it's just for me anyway, just my opinion. I know a lot of people that have been robbed. I've been robbed. And the people I know that have been robbed know other people that have been robbed. Anyhow, try and carry small denominations every chance you get. Whether you have to go to a 7-Eleven to buy a drink, give them 1,000 pesos, make them break it. Go anywhere you can and break that 1,000 peso note. Don't walk around. Don't go up to a sari store and buy a pack of peanuts and a Coke and give them 1,000 peso. Not good. Then again, something else you can do, and this is probably a subject for another video. Once you've got yourself a full-time place to live, get yourself a Gcash account, get yourself a Gcash Visa account. I'm not going to go into all that right now. That's a subject for another day, along with remittances and all that kind of thing. Let's just keep moving, eh? Get that Gcash card, the Visa Gcash card. I think it's a Visa is it MasterCard? Visa, I think. They only charge 15 peso, or 22 cents or something like that. It will save you a lot of money. Now, number 9. Alright, what are you going to do if you lose your cash card? 10,000 USD into the country. As for other countries and denominations, I'm not 100% sure. I probably should have researched that first, but I can't be fucked right now. It's different on the way out. There are certain ways you can get around it, but I'm not going to encourage you to do anything. I'm not going to encourage you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. As far as I know, you're only allowed to bring 50,000 peso out. It's a good idea to bring multiple withdrawal methods. I'm not talking about extra packets of condoms. Actually, on that subject, if you're reasonably well endowed, that's a very nice way to put it, make sure that you bring XL size condoms or double XL size condoms. I know you all, well, not all of you, but I know there's a lot of you guys that, don't like using them, but if you go and try and buy them over here, it's one size fits all. And most of you guys, that'll be fine. But for guys like me, no, I need the double to triple X. I need a fucking computer. Extra cards. If you can, bring 2 credit cards. They're great backups. Bring debit cards, bring credit cards. Oh, the half-hour rule. I never, ever leave the house with anything I can't replace in half an hour. Do not bring your passport, your driver's license, your credit cards, your debit cards. You go outside, you go out and have a bit of a wild night and you'll run through. You'll easily run through. You've got security guards standing around with shotguns and all kind. I probably shouldn't have said that on YouTube. Alright, tipping. I heard somebody say the other day that tipping's not expected. Fuck off, it's not expected. Yes, it's expected. If you don't tip, you're an asshole. A lot of these people, especially in the service industry, they rely on your tips for their money. So give them a tip. There's no percentage. Where I come from in Australia, we just don't tip. It's already built into wages and all that kind of thing. And you're paying enough money for stuff anyway that can go. Anyway, I know that back in the States, you pay a certain percentage of the bill, and it doesn't exist in the Philippines. You get good service, give them a decent tip. If you go regularly to a place, try tipping the exact same amount. Otherwise, and don't let anybody tell you that it's not part of the culture when it comes to tipping. Of course it's part of the culture. No matter what you do in the Philippines, whatever service it is, it doesn't matter whether it's somebody delivering something, whether they're already getting paid for something, they expect to be tipped. A lot of them will do a lot of them will do things that you would consider to be rude. As in, they'll stick their hand out, salary, I want my salary, and they'll be right in your face, just so that there's no doubt about it. Now, if somebody does that to me, so people will tell you that things are inexpensive here, so why not tip? Bullshit. No, they're not. Oh, don't tell me my device is overheating. You fuck. Alright, local transport. I watched a video lately where someone said to learn the local transport options. You might be one of these people that wants to experience getting on a jeepney or catching a trike. Don't bother. Get something called Grab. Get a Grab application downloaded on your phone as soon as you get there. As soon as you get there, get your own SIM card, get your own phone number for the Philippines and install Grab, G-R-A-B. The fares for driving around the place, more often than not, are half the price of catching a trike. Trikes will try and rob you blind. Never get in a trike before you agree on a price. And if you can, never get in a trike, full stop. Jeepneys are overrated. Sure, you can get in them for 12 to 14 pesos, but who wants to be jammed in the back of a jeepney when it's only going to cost you 80 to 100 peso to get in a nice air-conditioned Grab car, which is nice and safe. You won't get pickpocketed, you won't get robbed, and it won't stink like diesel fumes. And it won't be continuously stopping and starting, and you won't end up in some dodgy jeepney station. Yeah, so forget learning the local transport options. Just simply don't get ripped off. Alright, catching tricycles. Yeah, they may be a novelty when you first get there, but they're dangerous as hell. They're death traps. Don't catch them. If you want to, don't catch them. They're and the drivers sleep in them 24 hours an hour. They're dirty. That's reality. Number 12 coming up. Now, renting a scooter. That's another thing. I do not recommend renting scooters. For one thing, you don't know who's maintaining them. Second of all, you don't know how to drive there. Driving there takes time to learn. The traffic is absolutely crazy. I've touched on the subject before. Nobody cares about your safety. I can't say the K word. People will send you to Jesus without thinking twice and then run off. Don't hire a scooter. Stay there for a while. Buy your own scooter. They're cheap. They're very cheap. And, learn in the back street, in the back neighborhood. Practice before you go out on the road. It's what you do back home, and if you've got any brains, you'll do it when you start living in the Philippines. Alright, people are also going to tell you that it's easy to get on ferries. It's not easy to get on ferries. Ferries are a giant pain in the ass. If you've got plenty of time, plan your day, because like everything else in the Philippines, everybody's late, lines are slow. You'll pay extra fees for this and extra fees for that. Don't be in a rush to get on ferries. Alright, number 14. I just finished watching a YouTuber saying that petty theft was rare. Not true. Petty theft is not rare. Crime over here is opportunistic. Crime over here is opportunistic, and it's rampant. Unfortunately, a lot of it is driven by illicit substance and the selling and the crime involved around. And plus, people are, the ones that commit these crimes are quite poor. Fraud's a big one. Unfortunately, there's a lot of scamming going on. To be honest, it's up there with the scamming capitals of the world. Don't let anybody tell you that crime's low in the Philippines. It's not. It's no worse than anywhere that you come from. You might come from... fuck it. And strangely enough, as far as pickpocketing is concerned, that's what a lot of people think of straight away. Pickpocketing is nowhere near as prevalent as being stuck up with a knife or a weapon or just being run down. They're not very good pickpocketing. They're not very talented when it comes to pickpocketing. And don't let anybody tell you that there's very little theft. Yeah, it couldn't be further from the truth. 15, it's pretty self-explanatory. Don't drink the water there. It's dirty, it's full of bacteria, and you'll get sick. Everybody says, oh yeah, the locals, they've got strong stomachs and immune systems. Bullshit. Anyhow, be careful eating the food, be careful drinking the water. Now, when it comes to weather, number 16, that's another thing people are going to tell you. They're going to tell you that there's different times of the year where, maybe you shouldn't travel because it's too wet. That's also, I nearly said fallacy. That's also another myth. You go there during the so-called nice weather and it'll be hot as hell and you won't want to go outside if you're not used to it. So when would you rather be over there? When it's raining every now and then, or intermittently, or for 3 or 4 days straight? Or would you rather be over there when you've got to have the air conditioner running 24/7 because you can't stand to step outside your house? It's a tropical country. Of course it's going to rain. Put up with it. I'd rather go over there during rainy season. And if you've got any brains, don't go somewhere that floods. It's not that hard. Number 17, we're going to tell it. I've already touched on health issues and hospitals and whatnot. I'll keep this short. If you have any health issues, you make sure you stay somewhere near, what the Philippines considers as a good hospital. And good hospitals are very few and far between. Don't expect a hospital anywhere other than Angeles City or Manila. And even still, you'll hear some horror stories. We'll leave it at that. People will tell you also that Cebu's got great hospitals. I personally know. Number 18, I think I've already touched on this already, but on the subject of mobile phones, I'd suggest Smart and Glow. Glow is shit, but it is very cheap and they have promos each and every day, and you can cut your phone bill down incredibly. If you're as handsome as I am, girls are going to be asking you for your WhatsApp number. They're not going to ask for your phone number. It'll be WhatsApp or it'll be Facebook Messenger. Internet. Each and every person is going to tell you a different story about internet. Internet is hit and miss. You might go to a tiny little hostel in the middle of nowhere and they'll have fantastic internet. You might go to a resort somewhere where everything's excellent, but the resort has terrible internet. You just don't know. It's very hit and miss. One place will have good reception, one will have bad reception, one place. Power adapters would be number 20. I don't know what there is to say about power adapters. That's not a big worry. Don't forget chargers. Make sure you've got plenty of USB chargers and leads. I know it sounds like a small thing, but make sure you bring headphones with you. Now just listen to another YouTuber who was going on about trying the local food. Yeah, sure, try it in a nice clean restaurant. They also said try the street food, and the food's excellent. Do not try the street food. Unless you've been living there for a long time and you're used to it and you know who's selling it, do not eat the street food. It's horrible. If you can afford to eat something else and you can afford decent food, buy decent food. Don't eat the street food. It's not delicious. It's exotic. It's not full of flavour. Sorry, Filipinos. Another thing I heard was people saying, oh yeah, pork sisig, it's wonderful. Adobo, it's wonderful. But the longer you were there, you will find out where the raw material comes from. After you've been on Facebook Marketplace where they sell lots of entrails from pigs and that kind of thing, and they'll put that as pork sisig. You see where I'm coming from. And plus, the things that you buy, just imagine when they've been washed. That's another thing. Yeah, another interesting one, dietary requirements. Nobody gives a shit whether you're allergic to something. Nobody cares whether you don't eat meat. No one cares whether you're a vegetarian. Start eating meat. Don't be a pussy. Now, local etiquette. There's another one that Philippine YouTubers are going to tell you about. There's no local etiquette. They eat with their fingers, they get drunk, they're loud, they gossip. Doesn't mean that you should. You should behave yourself. It's not your country, you're a guest. You should be on your best behaviour. There's no etiquette. Other people being quite rude to you, pushing in line, talking over the top of you, and it goes on and on and on. Do not think that absolutely everybody is friendly. They are no different to the people back home. Some people are asses, some people are not. If anything, almost everybody will look at you as a tourist and they will not care less about your feelings or your sensibilities. It's not Japan. Another thing I was just listening to, people were saying just always show respect to your elders. As far as most of the time, unless you're out in a provincial area, and even still, it's another load of crap. The younger generation will treat you like shit, like any other country. The Philippines is some kind of fairyland where people have nothing but are happy, which you'll hear idiots on YouTube tell you all the time. Nobody is happy when they don't have anything. People are miserable. Just remember that. Now, another thing I just heard was avoiding public displays of affection. Again, it's a load of shit. You'll see that everywhere. They're very liberal. Now, about the fact not showing you're wealthy or anything like that has nothing to do with you being respectful or, not showing off or anything like that. It has nothing to do with the fact is if you show that you've got money, one of three things that will happen. You'll either make yourself a target. Another thing I just listened to about them respecting humility. Alright, there's my 4 a.m. rant about 20 things. I think it ended up being about 25, 26 things. I'll be back again with another dose of reality. I hope I've encouraged a lot more of you guys to travel to the Philippines. But for now, it's good morning, I guess, or good night, depending on where you are. See you later. The fuck's it called again?